Welcome to the Jetty Wolf's Kitchen. And you know what today is? Rod maintenance day. Everybody always thinks about reel maintenance. Well, how about rod maintenance? And my favorite rods, of course, are the Ugly Stik stripers. I have 7-footers and I've got 7'6" ones. This is my favorite rod for float rig fishing, of course. And they have these silver plated guides. I don't know how well you can see this, but they get all tarnished. They get green. A lot of buildup gets on them. Okay? And I really hate that. So about once a year, what I do is I clean them. I go over the whole rod. I can check the guides, okay, while I'm cleaning them. And at the same time, what I do is I clean up the EVA foam here. And I clean up the reel seats. I take all the reels off. And I actually do rod maintenance. And I'm going to show you real quick here, even though this is only maybe a $30 rod. Okay, they're not really expensive. Boy, are they tough though. And I like to make them last. I've got a whole bunch of these, so it takes me all day to go through them all and clean all the guides and clean up the EVA foam and desalt the rods really good. It's an all-day project, but I'm going to show you how I do it. Alrighty, we're here at the kitchen sink. This is where I like to do this because I got a nice long counter and I can lay my rods down. Here's what I use. I get myself a bottle of Tarnex. It's great for the guides. It cleans all that green off and doesn't hurt anything, because if it's good for sterling silver, silver plate, platinum, copper, gold, and diamonds, I don't think it's ever going to hurt anything on my Ugly Stiks. I use this. I get out a couple old toothbrushes, maybe a bigger brush just for scrubbing the EVA foam, and it does a great job. Alright, well, I'm going to get busy and I'm going to show you how it's done. This Tarnex stuff is some really cool stuff. I pour it into like a little tub like this, and you can see like silver flecks in there, and I don't know what that is, but the stuff really works. And right here at the kitchen sink, like I said, I've got a nice long counter. And what I do is I sit this down and I dip the brush in here. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's not rocket science by any means. But it's probably too bad you can't see how grimy these guides really are. I dip this in there, and then I just scrub the guide. Now on TV, they show you just putting some sterling silver in here, and they just dip it and pull it out, and it's just shiny as all hell. But I have found out that this takes a little bit of elbow grease, and I like to get all the guides completely covered here, and you kind of let them soak a little bit, and I just scrub it on in there. Okay, then let's see, when it comes to doing the foam, what I do is I can see all the grime and the dirt all in the foam here. I get my bigger brush and I put a little dish soap, a little wet. Okay, put a little wetness on the old reel seat and everything. And what I do is I just scrub it with this brush. Will really bring back your EVA foam. I go right over the reel seat. I want to start completely fresh. I want these babies clean. Alright. And I let this soak in there for a little bit. I also have like a 3M scouring kind of pad. And I'll even work this across. Get some of that embedded dirt and salt. And what I have a problem with is all the folks with their super soupy hands full of sunscreen all over my rods. I get all this off and really scrub it up. and you won't believe how this will come back. Okay, wash it off, and your EVA foam, of course, will just dry. I usually take the rods out and sit them outside and just wash this all off. Now this is after, I usually do the foam after I've done all the guides. Take this, put some of the Tarnex on there, and you know, if you don't have the silver guides or anything, but I think it'll work for any rod that you see green tarnish on. This will also work for an old reel if the screws or anything are tarnished. I used to do the same thing when I had old Penn Senators. And them babies had a real green on them after a season of, say, bottom fishing. So that's pretty much it. It really works. You got to give it a try. Doing some rod maintenance, it'll always save you some money in the long run.